Greetings, congregation. I am your curious nun host, Sister Ash, and this is Clergy Talk podcast. In our last episode, we spoke with our friend Bethy. We were talking about being neurospicy, particularly ADHD, and the three of us got a little carried away. And of course, the conversation turned into, what are your ghost theories? So we hope that you enjoy this second part of that episode where we got into our fan theories, what we think is going to happen with the movie, so on and so forth. And I must say that we were heavily inspired by our friend's podcast called I'm Sorry What? A ghost podcast, where they are doing a super rad ghost fan project where they are bringing on anyone and everyone in the fandom who wants to talk about their theories and what they hope to see next for their favorite band. Alrighty, please enjoy. We went here and there and there and there. Strap in for the ride. I know Veronica was just on I'm Sorry What? Podcast and was talking about her sister imperator ideas, you know, about like, well, what if like everyone's focused on Papa? What if this is Sister Imperator's last hurrah? Like, come on, y'all, you know? So Bethy, I'm wondering, do you have any theories you'd like to share with us? Theories.
Veronica's looking at me like, all right, let's do this.
Go, guys. I'm gonna sit back.
So absolutely, everyone is focusing on Papa, but they are not looking at Sister. And I mean, I have deep feelings about Sister anyway, but that's impacted by my own story that I'm writing. But I'm not very much in favor of her because she did happen to have a hand in the demise of some very lovely Papas. Mm-hmm. So I could kind of see Papa turning on her, to be honest. Like, you know, she helped him rise to his position. Obviously, to me, they were conspiring together. I could be wrong. Like, I feel like he was all sweet and wonderful. Maybe something happened. I don't know. But I feel like they were conspiring together. So people that tend to want to conspire together in something negative will eventually turn on each other. Yes. I mean, at least I think. So I could see that coffin being for her instead. She thinks it's going to be for him, maybe. But I could see that being for her. And I would not be mad. And I hate to say that, but I wouldn't. I want Papa 3 to come back. So,
right. We love a good revenge story in this fandom and as horror-loving people.
I'm here for it.
I have noticed a lot of people saying revenge story, and I'm wondering who's taking revenge. Is it Papa taking revenge on Sister for something, and or are these like the dead Papas coming and taking revenge on her? Whose revenge story is it?
Well, I could see it being one of those. Listen, no, I don't know that anybody said this before, but I could see him wanting to go after Sister, but then all the Papas going after both of them.
Ooh.
I mean, you know, they're mad. They were killed, and it is speculated that actually, and I don't know if it's true, but that Copia was the one that actually did the, you know, if you look at the glove, you see the emblem on it. Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't he go after her, but they have revenge they want to seek on him? I mean, you know, that's something that could be a possibility, I guess. Anything is possible. That's the hard part, is like literally anything. And the one thing that you don't think about is what it will be. Yeah. So
yes.
Because Tobias could just like come in at any point and just be like, I want to do it this way now. I want to do plan Z, not plan B. So, and maybe let's throw some plan Q in there as well. Like, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's what's bothersome. But like also fun.
That's exactly how I understand it. I understand it as there are multiple endings, and depending on someone's decision at the time, we'll go with that one. That's kind of how I understand how things are being set up. So that's really frustrating.
How funny would it be if like they released the concert on DVD, but it's like a choose your own
Choose your
adventure
own
ending
adventure.
where there's like
Oh my
5 different
gosh. It's like a Goosebumps book or something. I mean,
That
oh,
would blow my mind and be so funny. There was an
Mhm.
episode of a show called Black Mirror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where they did that, and it would
Mhm.
stop, and then you could choose which way to go from there.
That's
So,
insane.
Tobians, Tobias, if you're listening right now, choose your own adventure, man. Like, let's get on that. That would be such a hit within the fandom because a lot of us have our own uh headcanons. I'm not like great with all
Yes.
the terms. Okay, they have their own headcanons and own theories and stuff. So to be able to like go that way and have some redemption, I
Mhm.
think would be fantastic.
I think we're all looking for some redemption in there and a lot of revenge in there.
Mhm.
Would
So
would you ladies like to see like the whole cast get thrown out? Just everyone just like and
No.
start
like
over?
everybody,
Yeah, just like start over. Like no Papa Nil, no Sister Imperator, maybe a whole new bloodline or something.
we can throw everybody out and bring Papa One back.
Okay, start over.
That's the
Just
correct
start
answer.
over, new brothers, it's fine.
How about you, Veronica? Would you like a clean slate, start over, a different story?
I mean, like, I would like to see new characters introduced to some degree, but I feel like you could still bring in, like, I don't know, Papa's Nil go I can't talk. Papa Nil's ghost once in a while just to add some, like, snarky commentary, and then he goes away. But because it just feels like such, like a TV show at this point where we're
Yeah,
familiar with these characters even though we're not familiar with them, but,
right.
no, I mean, I would definitely like to see some new people introduced, however that may be.
Have any of you thought of a storyline that you would like to see play out? Like, would really just go, yes, like they're finally doing it. Other than like, maybe a redemption or maybe Sister Imperator dies. Like, if you could have an ideal storyline, something that pans out, or something that just happens in the future from now, like, what would you just love to see?
I would like to see an Antichrist theory panned out, but I
Yeah,
actually don't think that Copia is the
Mhm,
Antichrist. I kind of want to believe that he has a love child or something,
right.
mhm.
or just a
A one off.
cousin or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
something. But I would like to see that person, the whole Antichrist, all of that.
Mhm.
I think that would be really cool to see play out because I think everybody is wanting this theory in some
Mhm,
capacity to play out because we all believe it. I mean, the new video that was teased for the theatrical release,
mhm.
she
That's so
wasn't just
sick.
standing on any street. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think that that would be an interesting thing to play out. I think it'd be
Mhm,
cool and a fresh face. So,
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
people are because I was uh it was literally she was Sister Imperator was superimposed on a scene from The Exorcist. People are like, "Oh, someone's gonna get possessed," or "Oh, like she's gonna die," because that was like Father such and such's mom's scene, and like she
yeah.
dies. That's like this kind of fever dream that he has, and
Mhm,
then he finds out that she died. So a lot of people are thinking like possession. Sister Imperator's gonna die. What about you, Veronica? If there was this ideal way to either wrap this up or an ideal scene or storyline you'd like to see very soon, what would that be?
mhm. I still stand by the Copia twin theory
Yeah.
and that there's 2 of them. And then they, like, switch places, like, Cardinal Copia obviously went away, but, um, his I don't wanna say evil twin brother because 'cause I've seen that theory too, but, like, just a twin brother took over as Papa whenever he had the facial reconstruction.
Mhm.
You've never heard this, Bethy?
No, I've
Whoa!
never
She's
heard
like,
that.
"What?"
I thought you
She's like
did.
her eyes are like
I know, I saw her eyes bug, I'm like, "There's no way she hasn't heard this."
No,
What is this?
Heaven. Like, excuse me?
Yeah, no, like there's like a theory because everyone says copia is the Italian version of copy or whatever they
That it
say.
means copy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it's like something happened in between when he became Papa 4 at the Mexico ceremony to whenever Impera got released, that's where the switch happened. And like I said, I don't know if it's like like which one's the evil twin. Like it might be the new Papa 4 look guy. I don't know, but yeah. And plus two, now with like, with the whole I know they played on The Exorcist, but because The Omen has just come out, a new prequel to The Omen, everyone's playing on the Antichrist theory there, but it's also a matter of there was a third Omen film that was way back in the day, but they played on the idea of it being twins, a boy and a girl. So they could go into that if they really wanted to, and that's where the twin theory can kind of come in, but I don't know.
I love that so much. And I just realized that I
She's
was
all
referencing The Exorcist. I mean, I was referencing The Omen, but it was The Exorcist. So that is a flub on my part earlier. But
no,
that
it's
is
all
Good.
good.
absolutely insane, like in the best way, because like, what if the evil twin wipes everybody out? It's not even Copia that wipes sister out, but it's
Yep.
Mhm.
I need links. I need info.
God,
Like this is my brain.
I need
What?
answers.
That's
That's really cool.
sort of along the lines of what when I had speculations about what I thought maybe would happen is that, Copia was switched at birth with the actual Antichrist, just something like that, and
Yeah.
then the like the actual uh the real Copia, I don't even know how to explain that, would come back in and just like obliterate everybody and take over and be like, no, 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 like this guy is a fraud. Like, here I am, let's go. And so that was like a kind of theory that I'd played out. But what I would really like to see is I think Copia has a kid. Well, like just a way to introduce a new
Mhm.
a continuation of the bloodline, because a lot of
Mhm.
people say, well, where can you go from here?
Mhm.
They already said Papa Nil doesn't have, any
Mhm.
any what word am I looking for? No one's left in the bloodline or something like
Yeah.
that. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's like a mysterious kid that's gonna pop up. So I'm,
I
I'm hoping there's
yeah.
there's some way to continue that bloodline, because I don't think I really want to
Yeah.
see it gone, I guess. Part of me wants to just everything to be destroyed and we start
Yeah.
over, but part of me is like, let me
Yeah.
see how this pans out.
There's like another theory too I've seen where that Primo has a love child and that he'll be the next papa or whatever, or the next leader.
Mhm.
So I was just like, I mean, that could be an option too, going off of what you said, Ash.
Well, the cute thing about theories is it's like spaghetti.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? You keep
Yeah.
throwing
And see if it sticks.
keep throwing a noodle at the
Yeah.
wall. Eventually, one of them's going to stick.
Mhm.
So the more theories and ideas we come up with collectively as a fandom, one of them is going to be true. So just
I
keep spitting it out.
I just
I
get
just
this
get too
image.
literal.
Yeah.
But what were you saying? I'm so sorry.
No, I had this image of Tobias like putting up pages of ideas and just like yeah, anyway.
Having
Him throwing
or like
spaghetti at the wall, but
literally
anyway.
throwing spaghetti. No, I just
Yeah. And whatever lands on the page is what he goes with for the continuation.
it's an analogy.
Whatever works, works. I mean,
Mhm.
hey, as long as we get
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there someday, hopefully very, very soon. I am,
Mhm.
in particular, really excited about the film coming out,
Mhm.
and a lot of people have clamped down on the movie.
You disappeared on me. I'm so sorry. I didn't get to hear anything other than clamp down, and then it just went quiet, and like everybody disappeared for a second.
No.
Are we here now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so some okay, my well, let's restart that part. So I'm really excited about the film. a lot of people have clamped down on something that Tobias said in an interview. He said it's going to be a movie with concert elements. Some people think that it means it's going to be just like a live, like concert, DVD. Maybe there'll be some like behind the scenes things kind of sprinkled in there. Some people think that it's going to be the opposite, where it's basically like in an elaborate chapter with some like live like concert elements like slight like spliced in. Where are you leaning on that spectrum?
I lean on the latter. I
Mhm.
definitely think that I don't think it's gonna be like song after song after song. Based on what we all got to see before the show actually started, and you
Mhm.
both know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
'cause I don't wanna spoil it for anybody. It's definitely leaning towards a film type element to me, and I actually kind of wonder I'm back and forth on it, but I kind of wonder if we're going to find out what is going to happen in that. But then at the same time, I feel like he is really good about making sure that everyone can see what's going to happen. So I don't know that that's going to be in that versus an actual like small chapter video because
Ah,
I don't know that he continues to want to introduce anybody live because I know that's what a few of us thought we were going to see was this is going to be the new Papa. So I do think it's going to be something more like a film and maybe possibly lead up to the chapter
right.
if
Yeah.
there is a chapter.
Dun
So
dun dun. How about you, Veronica? I can't remember what you thought was going to be in the movie. I'm pretty sure that was in your interview with I'm sorry what.
Yeah, I'm basically kind of said the same thing. It's gonna be like concert elements mainly, but then you have like little vignettes of chapter like scenes interspliced in between those the concert footage basically. I also did mention from a movie that I saw recently where it was like a live found footage taping of a talk show, and they interspliced like behind the scenes footage that was taken during the night that they filmed the live video. Um, that I would like to see as well, like people scheming behind the scenes, but they don't know they're being filmed by the film
Right.
crew. Because I feel like that would be very campy of Ghost to like do something like that too. But have it be a funny element. Like you can see Sister and Nil talking about Copia, like talking crap about him behind his back, but people are filming it and then they like put it into the film and then they realize they're filming or something and she'll be like, turn off the camera, like something like that.
That's really cool. I almost wonder, this is just an idea that just came to me a couple days ago. I almost wonder if it's going to be like when Michael Jackson would have a world premiere of one of his music videos, and it was
Mhm.
like this super long, almost like hour-long music video that had
Yeah.
this whole build-up to it and this whole storyline with it, and
Mhm.
then and then he actually would actually perform the songs,
Yeah.
or the song as well. I wonder if it's going to be something kind of along those lines of where the storyline revolves around the songs that
Mhm.
they're gonna pick for the movie for the DVD. So we'll see. We'll see. All right,
Mhm.
I we have taken up enough of your time, Bethy. You've just been an absolute gem and so
thank
awesome.
you.
And
I was afraid I was going to not be able to explain everything the way that it works in my world.
when you're speaking to other neurospicy people, I feel like most of us speak the same language,
Mhm.
and we know what the other person means. When you're like, "Oh, I'm doing this," we're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." It's fine. Like we can see what's happening. It's okay. So thank you so much, sweetheart. We really appreciate your time.
Thank
Oh,
you
let's
for
all
having
do that.
me. Thank you
Yay!
for listening. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.